IVM.
This podcast might not be suitable for children. So if you have children in the room with you, I will count to 5 so you can listen to another episode. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent. Let's get into it. This is probably the most requested episode ever. Every week I get many requests from boys, girls, women, and men. And there's another kind of pandemic that is sweeping our lives, and that is porn and masturbation addiction. Today I'll be talking about porn because masturbation we will discuss in another episode. And if you like this episode, don't forget to please reach out and share and tell me if you liked it or didn't like it, what would you like me to change? First things first, at no point will we be talking about a moral look or pass moral judgment in this episode or discussion. There are many more moral issues at play, but that is not what this is about. We are going to be talking about you or your loved one. It's personal, it's private, and I respect that. It's also a choice. However, the problem now is that once it becomes an addiction, the ability to make a choice disappears. Let's jump in, shall we? Hello and welcome to the Habit Coach podcast, the bite-sized podcast filled with quick and easy, actionable habits. Remember, great habits create that awesome life. And I am Ashdin Doctor, your habit coach. Today's fun fact of the day has to do with porn. Did you know that PornHub gets over 115 million active users every single day? That is an insane amount of people at any given point of time. The real crazy thought here is that it is just one site and the internet is filled with porn websites and hence so easy to access. The porn industry is $100 billion industry, and this means it is larger than most TV networks combined. If there is a need, after all, it will be satisfied. The truth is that porn is not inherently evil. For thousands of years, humans have shared pornographic material. It is, after all, an expression of our basic need for sex. Our mind's ability to dream up fantastic fantasies, erotic lytic art have always existed. However, the current situation of porn addiction that we are experiencing is something completely new to us. It is the creation of two opposing forces. Morality at one end, which doesn't allow us to talk and express our sexual selves. Everything is secret, hush hush, or taboo. And then at the other end is the quantity and easy access to sexual content. In the past, we never had so much to choose from. We never had so much choice that we could keep our 4 browser tabs open waiting for something new to pop up. The truth is, our mind is not capable of handling this much stimulation. In fact, porn reminds me of another topic we discuss on the Habit Coach podcast very often, and that is junk food. Porn is nothing but junk sex. Just like junk food is designed to be addictive, right from the packaging to the intense flavors, the smell, and even the look, in a similar fashion, porn is also designed to be addictive in nature. Visual stimulation, the format of the videos, the type of the girls and boys in the videos, and the non-existent storylines. Nothing is meant to be normal. Remember, healthy food is not as addictive because it isn't designed to only stimulate your senses. Healthy food is packed with nutrients, enzymes, building blocks. And similarly, healthy sex and healthy relationships are packed with comfort, warmth, passion, bonding, cuddles, and a sense of togetherness. Junk food is manufactured, porn is manufactured. Healthy food grows, healthy sex grows. So the idea here is that junk food is fun once in a while to enjoy. The problem arises when you eat it every day and for every meal. That is unhealthy. Similarly, watching porn daily, any free time you get, when you are sad, etc., is unhealthy. Reserve it for a once in a while. Notice, I'm not saying get rid of it completely and that porn is bad for you. Just understand what it is doing to you and your body. Many high consumers of porn find it hard to form relationships in real life. And this is because they cannot experience the same levels of stimulation as from porn. This causes loss of erections and loss of libido. Watching porn is such an intense dose of dopamine, the pleasure hormone, that chronic use has been linked to depression. Finally, for both men and women, porn creates unrealistic expectations, both from themselves and from their partners. It leads to body issues. I am not perfect enough. I am not big enough. I can't last for 45 minutes. But understand that they are professionals. They are having sex not for pleasure. Honestly, there is so much to cover when we think of addictions and porn addictions in particular. I might need to do more podcasts like this. But for now, your simple habit to break your addiction to porn starts by understanding when and where you start searching for porn. Is it in the evenings when you're bored? First thing in the morning when you wake up? In the bathroom with your phone? When you're sad? Or after a late night of binge TV shows? Next, I want you to identify and create an activity that you will do during that time instead of porn. For example, if it's in the evenings after dinner, schedule a call with a friend or a family member at that time. If it's first thing in the morning, I want you to get out of bed and make tea instead, or change out of your pajamas. If it's in the bathroom, find a place to keep your phone outside that room. This way, we are pattern breaking. Next, allow yourself to watch porn twice a week. This slowly reduces to once a week. Make it a special day, something you look forward to instead of something that happens by default. The crazy thing is the amount of time we spend watching porn. For most people, it's at least 30 minutes a day. Others spend more than 2 hours a day on porn. As your habit coach, I want you to have a full life. Real relationships, real sex, not this kind of junk sex every day at the push of a button.
So start these habits and share with us your progress using the hashtag #TheHabitCoach. If you like this podcast, don't forget to check out other interesting podcasts on the IVM network. You can listen to us on the IVM Podcast app or ivmpodcast.com. You can also follow us on social media. We are at IVM Podcasts on Twitter and Instagram. If you want to reach out to me, I am Ashdin Doc on Twitter and Instagram. You can find lots more information on my website, awesome180.com, or check out different content on my YouTube channel called AWESOME180. That's Awesome180.
I hope you enjoyed that show. We'd like to thank our sponsors this week, Paytm Money. It really has been a great week this week. We've had two of our first international cricketers show up, people who have played for their respective sides. We had W.V. Raman come on Edges and Sledges, the cricket podcast. If you haven't heard that, you should be listening to that if you enjoy cricket. It's really one of the best out there. And you should also definitely check out Monty Pandithar, who showed up on Cyrus Says. That was another really interesting conversation that occurred. If you haven't been listening to a few of our shorter shows, please do that as well. Ashish Vidyarthi has been doing a great job for us. We got 30 episodes now on Begin the Journey. I think you really enjoyed that show. If you haven't listened to it, it helps you with understanding what's going on in this tough time and how do you deal with it from a mental health perspective. We've also had some really fun stuff come up on the Smile India show. Shifa's been doing a lot of really good stories over there. Things would just make you happy, so definitely do check that out. And on the more serious side, make sure that you're checking out our regular shows like the Pragati podcast, All Things Policy. They're definitely going to keep you up to date on what's going on in this COVID world. And thanks for listening, and we hope to catch you again next week.
Namaskar, dear Bandhu. My name is Ashish Vidyarthi. These are truly challenging times, and in these times, we need hope. Do take time to listen to my podcast, Begin the Journey. Available on IVM Podcasts, website, app, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Remember, there is hope because there's one life and we are alive.